This one's gonna be about how to live a meaningful life. Oh my god, it's fucking loud, I'm sorry. And with that being said, hello, welcome back to the next episode of the Self-Development with Tactics fucking podcast. Pretty fucking pumped to be here again, as quite always. I do hope that the speaking thing is gonna be okay this time, because the last time, or actually the last episode that I've already uploaded, it wasn't quite that fine. And it really pissed me off to some point, or somehow, because I think you can relate to that. When something isn't going as you want it to go, it's a little bit fucked up. It really is, especially if it's half an hour of talking and you can't fucking talk because of some reasons. I do think, because I haven't been speaking or haven't been speaking, I'm going with spaken, I think it's because I've not recorded something yesterday. Yes, yesterday, because I was doing. Today is Friday. No, today is Thursday. Okay, I wasn't recording anything on Wednesday because I did everything on Tuesday, because I knew I'm not going to be at home on Wednesday. So therefore I decided I'm going to put myself under pressure. Do you know this song? Under pressure. Dum, 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 dum. It's fucking amazing, I do just have to listen to it. By the way, I don't listen to a lot of music. I really have to say that. I don't know, maybe someone is interested in this, maybe not, but I don't necessarily listen to music a lot. And when I'm listening to music, I probably, at least at the moment, I only just, listen to 2 to 3 songs or something. And one of them is actually Nuovo Bianca from Ludovico or something. So it's actually a classic. It's classic music, so it's only instrumental quite, so there's no lyrics. There is lyrics, there is a kind of version of the song with lyrics, but I'm only just listening to the one without lyrics. I do just in general prefer happy music. I really force myself to not listen to any negative shit. I really force myself, even though I do have to say that often it is actually the case that certain songs have really great fucking melody, but the lyrics, they're so fucking negative. So I kind of feel okay, I'm not gonna, listen to it because I do not want to be negative. And I do believe that this is actually a great part of it. Only listening and putting something into yourself that is actually positive, at my point of view, just makes sense, that you're getting an overall more positive life or more positive attitude towards life. And I don't know, even though it's quite hard sometimes, especially because I kind of feel often just a lot of music is just correlated with something negative, because I do kind of feel most artists do just speak about things that fuck them up or something. Still, of course, there is a lot of positive music, there is no kind of debate about that, but I think something to go with is actually lyric-less music, even though the melody can always be just some kind of sad, which is actually the case for Nuovo Bianca. So it is Nuovole, it's Italian, and Bianca with CH, Bianca. And it's a great song, Maybe I only find it great because there is some motivational speech that has used this certain song, and I've been really liking it. And, all the time when I'm listening to it, it's somehow, and at least I think a month ago, where I've just somehow discovered it. It really remembered me on this kind of motivational speech. And this was actually one of, the reasons why I've actually then just, taken a chance and also looked up the the song, and have seen how it actually is called. And now I'm listening to it fucking constantly. But let me see, actually. Today, because I actually haven't mentioned it. No, it's not working. Okay. The question is why? Why is it not working? even though the right window is somehow chosen. Now it's there. Yeah, I should be correctly positioned in the frame. I've already wasted 5 minutes of your time. That's fucking great. It's not. But this time we're actually going through an James Clear article once again because I really love them. I really deeply like them because I kind of feel like, first of all, they're pretty short, which is great because I can talk a lot and something that I like. Reading sometimes is great, especially for actually getting the information, but actually always reading, it's not really something that I want somehow. At least not all the time, at least not every single day. But this one's going to be about lessons on living a meaningful life from Nichelle Nichols from James Clear, and with the tags life lessons and motivations. So this again is an article from his life lessons kind of category, I would say. Like there are certain kind of categories, and one of them is life lessons, and I've been going through, I think, four out of 5. The last one is actually from Pablo Picasso, or is somehow starring Pablo Picasso, and success, and particularly the negative sides of success and having success and whatsoever, which would also be interesting, But I'm always struggling with, okay, should I actually take this one because I like success? Even though it might be just really worth it and might just be very, very valuable to me or for my life or for your life, or should I just, find something that I just right ahead know, okay, this is something that I want to go through. And the life lessons thing or the meaningful life thing was somehow something like this. I knew, okay, I'm gonna just want to go through this. But there were other just really great articles as well. But, just taking this one, But I'm gonna read. It was 1967 and the civil rights movement was at a tipping point. On this particular evening, African American leaders were meeting at an NAACP or NECP, no, I think it's NAACP fundraiser in Beverly Hills, California. That's when a woman named Nichelle, I think it's Nichelle, I don't know. I'm very sorry if I'm pronouncing it, incorrectly. But I'm gonna say Nichelle Nichols turned around and saw Martin Luther King Jr. smiling at her. Nichols was an actress and a singer. She had recently finished working on the first season of a science fiction television series called Star Trek. Which, what the fucking hell? I guess I know her, but I only know her because I've never been just really watching Star Trek because I've actually never ever liked it. I'm really sorry if I might just hurt anyone's feelings, but I really haven't liked it. I was watching Star Wars, as movies, but Star Trek as movies and series, no, I didn't really watch it. I don't know, maybe because I'm too young for it, because I've only kind of somehow, let's say, discovered it, quote unquote, like, I don't know, 5 years ago when I was 13, 14, 15, something like this. And I do think all the people that are just really obsessed about it or that just really like it have been just, with the series and the movie for years, or since they were just little tiny kids or in their youth or something. I don't know, like, maybe also because it's a pretty old one, and yeah, never mind. Nichols played Lieutenant. I don't actually know how this is pronounced. In German, it's actually Lieutenant. Lieutenant. Is it Lieutenant? I think it actually is Is it Lieutenant? Lieutenant. I would actually say Lieutenant. Let's say Lieutenant. So she played Lieutenant Uhura, or Uhura, or whatever it is pronounced, the chief communications officer on board the starship. And she was the first black woman on television who wasn't cast in a stereotypical role as a maid or servant, which is actually pretty fucked up, because I do kind of feel like, okay, Star Trek, and it is great, that there actually was the change. That's, sorry for actually not showing you the script, the website, the screen, the whatever. But, it could have been earlier. It really could have been, but I'm really happy that there was the change because, like, why, motherfucker? Why racism exists is just such a fucked up thing. And yeah, even so, Nichols was ready to leave the show. Her role had been largely written out of the script during the first season, and without many lines, she wanted to try acting on Broadway instead. She had written her letter of resignation the day before, and now she found herself face to face with Dr. King. We never thought we would see this, which is a quote. To her surprise, Dr. King loved Star Trek and started the conversation by saying, "Mrs. Nichols, I'm your greatest fan." And we all know now, okay, she didn't stop doing it. I guess, probably. Really fucking probably. Nichols was grateful and responded, Dr. King, thank you so much, but I'm going to miss my co-stars. She began to explain her resignation, but King interrupted her. You cannot, King said. You cannot leave. Do you understand? You have changed the face of television forever. This is not a black role. This is not a female role. It can be filled by a woman of any color, a man of any color. This is unique. This is a unique role and a unique point in time that breathes the life of what we are marching for, which is equality. And which is like, the exact same thing today, isn't it? Like, I guess people have always been just fighting for equality. And yeah, I really hope that's not going to be that severe and in a few years, because I don't know, like, let people have the gender they want to have. Why? Just give a fuck about whether they want to be a man or they want to be a woman. Just let them do their fucking thing. Or I don't know, if they want to kiss a man or a woman, I don't fucking care. I don't know. Like, I think, actually pretty interesting how the equality or the fight for equality is going to look like in a few years. Maybe the robots want to be just trying to get equally treated like us humans. Could actually once in our fucking lifetime be the case. The bad thing about this is I might not just encounter that, or I might not see that, which is just really unfortunate, to be honest. Like, I'm fucking grateful that I'm so incredibly young, because I'm only 18. Like, I'm just a fucking baby. It's just amazing. But still, I'm somehow old. I'm still gonna try my best to really just get as old as I can, I guess, if I'm not dying because of some just shitty thing like, I don't know, some accidents or something, but I really hope not. Which makes sense, right? That I hope that I'm not fucking dying. But I know it's gonna be very interesting what technology is going to look like in a few years. I think already in a few years it's gonna just be completely different. Like, maybe we will have holograms in my fucking lifetime. Would just be insane. Maybe we're gonna have just flying fucking cars outside there. Would also be insane. Maybe we just fuck the whole planet. Would also be insane. Could also be the case. I hope not. I really hope not. He went on, this is why we are marching. We never thought we would see this on TV. Nichols was stunned. She thought of herself as a simple cast member, as an actress with little impact and even fewer lines. Not as a role model for men and women of color. It was the first time that the importance of her role had become clear to her. The following Monday, Nichols returned to work on Star Trek and continued to play Lieutenant Uhura in every Star Trek episode and movie of the next 40 fucking years. You're not fucking telling me that this series and or movies got produced for 40 fucking years. It's just amazing. Could this actually be the case that it's the longest ever made series there is? Like, 40 years is just something, It really fucking is. She remained a trailblazer throughout her career as she performed the first interracial kiss on national television and took on a variety of acting roles that redefined black women in the eyes of society, which is enormously fucking great. I love that. It wasn't just Dr. King who praised her work. When Whoopi Goldberg met Nichols, I don't actually know who Whoopi Goldberg is. I know Goldberg as a last name. I think I just really have to know this person. Goldberg said, when Star Trek came on, I was 9 years old, and I saw this show on there, and there you were, and I ran through the house saying, hey, come everyone, quick, look, there's a black lady on television and she ain't no maid. I knew from that moment that I could become anything I wanted to be. Which is fucking amazing. Like, you kind of feel like, and she also felt actually like, I'm just an actress and I'm actually pretty unhappy with what I'm doing here. And in the end, it, fucking turned out that she is going to be a very, very important just person in fucking history. It's not about, I don't know, it's not about history in terms of a fucking movie or something. It's fucking world history, isn't it? Or like, I think it's always going to be remembered as the first ever woman that's, ain't played a fucking maid or something else that was, racist or somehow like, I don't know, like just not on the same level as white dudes or white girls, and which still is like just insane to me. Because especially, well, I might say something that's not particularly true because I don't know, but I was talking to someone, I do not remember whom it was. It might actually have been my physics professor, teacher, however you're gonna call him. But actually I think I asked him whether we have all been black or colored, or, I do not want to be racist here. And I think he actually said, yeah, we were, because I guess we are all coming from Africa initially, before everything just, got apart. Like, I think just a few million years ago, everything has been sticking together and it was one whole kind of just continent. Yeah. And now we have a few of them. Like, yeah, and yeah, colored people are colored and white people are white. For sure there are going to be certain kind of characteristics of white people as well and black people as well. Yeah, we are not just the same, like completely. But yeah. Ordinary to you, amazing to someone else. Perhaps the most remarkable thing about Nichelle, or is it Nickel? Nickel Nicholas, NN, actually pretty nice. Oh, Nickel Nicholas is an American actress, singer and voice artist. She sang with Duke Ellington and Lionel Hampton before turning to acting. Nichols played communication officer Lieutenant Uhuru aboard the USS Enterprise in the Star Trek television series, as well as the succeeding motion pictures. Nichols' role was groundbreaking as a future role model for African-American female characters on American television. She is now 86 years old. Was born in Robbins. She does pop music, I'm sorry. So Nichelle Nichols' stories that she had an obvious impact without it being obvious to her at all. In a 2011 interview, Nichols said, I certainly wasn't a pioneer then in my mind. I was just a young woman and it was a wonderful opportunity to be on television. To my amazement, it became a lot more. If you think about any job for long enough, you can find reasons for why it is unimportant, insignificant, or useless. In a theater of her own mind, Nichelle Nichols convinced herself that her work wasn't useful. She thought it would be better to quit and move on. Meanwhile, people of color everywhere were finding inspiration in her work. Martin Luther King Jr. was at home watching the show with his children each week. A 9-year-old Whoopi Goldberg was running around the house dreaming of her future. It's actually a woman. Didn't know that. I'm sorry. To paraphrase Derek Sivers, again, Derek Sivers from CD Baby. I've been talking about him in the Tools of Titans summary that I'm just also featuring just at the moment on the channel or on the podcast. And he's actually the founder of CD Baby, which was actually, I think, the first ever kind of, physical iTunes, I would say. Like, you could buy various CDs from various CDs from various artists, but I think I do just have to delete some files because he's saying like, okay, your disc is almost full, which is not that great, which really is not. So to paragraph Derek Sivers, what seems ordinary to you can be amazing to someone else. What seems boring or monotonous or trivial can shape the worldview of another person. Your actions create ripples in a bond, even if you never see them reach the shore. You have been given this moment and it is an opportunity to do something. So do something. Exhaust your gifts. Don't ask what the world needs, ask what makes you come alive, and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive, from Howard Thurman. Which is just actually, saying, okay, do what you love, and do what you really like to fucking do. And I still don't get why, so many people actually don't do this. Especially if they do just have the fucking opportunity. I'm not saying like, okay, everybody just has to do it because I'm fucking saying it. It's not what I want to say. I still believe that there are certain people that are in such a complicated situation. Have I actually? That it is just fucking hard to maybe pursue the dreams at the moment, just full time. Like, for sure, it makes sense that you're pursuing your dreams half time besides your fucking job, and just, that you're trying to do it no matter fucking what, because, I guess if you just work on your dream besides working and everything else you're doing, lets you be able to just only kind of work on your dreams after that 10 years. Probably. I'm not saying it for sure it's going to be the case, but it's just better than working 50, 60, 70 years on the same exact fucking shit that you absolutely hate. It's just really better if you do just take the 10 years, really hard 10 years and very tough and stressful 10 years to actually build your thing and build this one thing that you just want to do. Maybe I'm actually doing the same right here. Maybe my content is only going to be just, kicking off 10 years from now. Could actually be the case. I don't fucking know. Maybe it will never kick off. Who knows? I'm still going to make these videos because I actually like doing them. I like doing them. I feel alive when I do just what I'm doing here. When I do the posts, when I'm making the videos, when I know that I'm doing something that's somehow just making sense. I'm educating myself every single day here. I'm reading books, I'm reading articles. I didn't know who Nichelle Nichols was, and now I know it. And now I know even the story behind her. And now I even know, okay, she has been a very, very, very important person in just the world's history, which is great. We all play roles in life. Some have more lines than others, some get more stage time than others, but everyone can be a role model for their values, principles, and beliefs. When performed with compassion and enthusiasm, any job can shift the hearts and minds of the people it touches. There are people who make each day a work of art by the way they do their work. There are unsung teachers who shift the minds of children garbage men who keep society running smoothly, grocery store clerks who bring a smile to the face of people in the checkout line, and unknown artists who create beauty for a handful of fans. It's not about what you do, it is about how you do it. Most of us will never have something or someone like Martin Luther King Jr. praise our work. It's unlikely that you will be on national television or shape the outcome of a major social movement. But we can all exhaust our gifts. We can all focus on giving what we have, and that's enough. Exhaust your gifts, and you can always walk away at peace with yourself and the difference you have made. Pretty great. I really love his articles also because he's just writing, he's writing them well, I guess, Even though I'm not actually, or I should not actually be the person that is somehow judging this, because I can't fucking write, I really fucking can't write. English is doing better than German, to be honest. I'm just probably referring to spelling. I can't fucking spell in English, and I can't fucking spell in German. I don't know if I'm just having a deficit, when it comes to this, but I just, can't do it. This is not what I'm good at. But I like talking, I like speaking, and I guess I can also speak and present things and whatever, and it is fun for me. It is fun for me staying somewhere and just, talking about something that I'm either interested in, something that I know something about, or whatever it will be. And, just to somehow kind of finish this one, I do really think that it really matters, especially also for you, how you do your work. Whether you do it with passion and with heart, or whether you do it just for money. Because I completely think like there's going to be a difference when you work on something that's totally in your heart and that you totally just are passionate about and that you like and love, than working on something that you actually do not like, but also do because you just need the money to, often actually buy stupid shit that you don't actually need to impress people you don't like, to, in the end, live a life that means nothing, maybe, which is somehow now a mixture of Will Smith quote, Gary Vaynerchuk quote, and me. I want to do also something here that is just somehow meaningful to me and hopefully also to other people to some degree. Maybe I'm also able to just push out this positivity that I'm having, to push out this happiness that I'm having, the passion that I'm having there, and kind of make others feel the passion as well for what they want to do. It would just be so incredibly great. But I'm dreaming, and I'm working on my dream. I really do. I really fucking do. And maybe in 10 years, I'm gonna watch this video and be like, okay, either you haven't made it or you have made it. Or you have changed someone or some people's lives or something. But life is great. Life is really fucking great, especially when you're in a position like I am, in a fucking first world country, having everything you have. It's, most of the time just about fulfilling yourself, which is actually also something that I've seen quite often. And what I've understood about myself is that I get fulfilled when I'm doing things. When I'm creating something. This is what I like to do. This is also one of the reasons why I do not like doing nothing. Like, laying around all day long, just, watching some series or something is not something that I want to do. This is, or just going on parties and just, partying all night long is also not particularly something that I want to do. At least not, every single weekend or something. It's something that I don't like. And this just really comes up to self-awareness and just knowing yourself and knowing what you want to do, what you can do, what you're good at, which determines actually quite a lot. Like, it also depends, just says and tells you what you should do as a living, when your body says you and when your mind says you, okay, this is a lot of fun, this is great, and this is actually also something that you're good at, thinking about it actually, perceiving it or pursuing it as a living, why not? Instead of actually doing something you kind of feel like, okay, others will acknowledge your work and acknowledge what you're doing, but you absolutely hate it. I don't know if this is worth it actually. But I guess everyone can find a meaning in his life and in her life. And it's gonna make a lot of things better, because you're not just living for the sake of somehow living, or just you're living and there is no purpose, why you are here, and there's no meaning in your life. It just really feels not good. I know it. It just really feels not good. I'm happy that I am in this place, to be honest, and I hope you are as well. And if you're not, just search for something. Really search for something that just creates a meaning in your life, whether it be taking care of other people's dogs or something, or something else. I guess most of the time, what actually creates meaning for someone's life is actually this thing that they're actually good at and they just like to do. But I'm repeating myself, and therefore I'm actually gonna end this episode. And I'm really hoping that you've enjoyed it. I also hope that you're doing fine and you're doing well, and also your whole family. With that being said, I wish you the best health, wealth, happiness, and success. And I do hope that you're also going to just remind yourself on how you're gonna be remembered. Because it makes sense and it is important. Your legacy, whether you're going to be remembered as a good person or as a bad person, it is up to you. And only up to you. And with that being said, I see you